APNvideo.com is on the air, and tonight we're coming to you from Gilbert, Arizona, as the third-ranked Mt.Ridge Mountain Lions take on the sixth-ranked Knights of Higley. It's our Arizona Lacrosse League Game of the Week on APNvideo.com. I'm Jeff Lowry. Thanks for being with us here tonight. It's a great night for Arizona High School boys lacrosse. Mt.Ridge coming out in the all-dark, Higley in the white tops, gray shorts. And these are two of the top 10 teams, no doubt about it. Liam Reed will lead the attack from attack. He is the second leading scorer in the state of Arizona for the Mountain Ridge offense. And then on defense, they are led by the veteran Cole Hauser. And he's hoping to put the clamps down on a Higley offense. Well, they got some youth, but they got some big game hunters over there. And they're also led by Derek Baylor, who's done a great job with Mountain Ridge. Took them to a championship a couple of years ago in Division II. 2 years ago, they won 11 games, or 10 games. They were 10-3, so they have been a force to be reckoned with over the past couple of years. On the night side, no Frankie Armenta. Had some health problems. He decided to step down, and they are led by truly one of the best face-off specialists in Cam Resch. They've got one of the top scorers in number 83 in Jeffrey Cole, and they've got some outstanding underclassmen that you're going to get to see here tonight. Don Ross taking over for Frankie Armenta in his first year as head coach, a big box lacrosse head coach over here in the East Valley, and he is hoping that he can get his team back in the winning column after losing to Arcadia last week 6-5. So when we come back, all the exciting play-by-play action of Arizona boys high school lacrosse. It's our game of the week, and it's Higley hosting Mountain Ridge. All right, welcome back to Higley High School. We're getting set for another Arizona Lacrosse League game of the week here on APNvideo.com. As the 4-0 undefeated Mountain Ridge Lions will be taking on the Gilbert Higley Knights, who come in here with a record of 3-2, coming off a disappointing loss by their own admission to Arcadia 6-5, a team that did a great job of slowing that game down. So now Cam Resch, number 10, going to work. He is one of the premier face-off players we've seen in recent years, and this game is underway. So already a face-off win for Cam Resch, who is a face-off Fogo, face-off get-off. And now Higley will settle in. Their starting lineup is at attack, Gavin Wolf, Grady Stokes, Jeffrey Cole. Cole is their leading scorer this year, wearing number 83, and he's got 19 points on the strength of 18 goals. At midfield for Don Ross in his first season, they'll have Lincoln Coleman, Bauer Fitch, as the first shot rattles the back of the cage, and that's Tyler Bates, who comes in and gives his team a 1-0 lead with a beautiful left hand. Bates makes up the other midfielder. So Higley scores in the second minute of play and leads it 1-0, and Cam Resch with an outstanding face-off win, and he has won both the face-offs and gained the possession thereafter. The defense for Higley is Brunk, Martin, and Warner, with Cade Skiles. He is in goal. In goal for the Mountain Ridge Mountain Lions, and just making a nice-looking save there is Cole Hauser, one of the team leaders. And he saves yet another one at close blank range.
Saved by Maddox Hauser.
A good job there by Hauser.
Number one's Cole Hauser. Number one is Cole Hauser.
And now they'll try to, I think the PA announcer called him Max.
Yeah, there's two of them. Yeah.
And this shot will not be denied. So Higley is back on the board again. They get their second.
Assisted by number 0, Grady Stokes.
So Grady Stokes picks up his 8th point of the season. He has had 4 goals and 4 assists. And now our third face-off. Keegan Cox needs to find an answer, but He is going up against, I think, maybe the premier face-off specialist in the Arizona Lacrosse League. 2-0 is our score.
Lions win.
And Mountain Ridge finally comes away with one out of face-off. There is a flag down on the play, and most likely this is going to go, it will go against the Higley Knights. Derek Baylor is the head coach in his 4th season for Mountain Ridge, who come out in the dark uniforms. Dave Strebel and Luke Driscoll are the assistants. Coach Cook takes care of the JV squad. And on the other side, Don Ross is in his first year, a very active box lacrosse coach here in the East Valley, as we're coming to you from Gilbert, Arizona. On a beautiful night for Arizona High School lacrosse, he is assisted by coaches Snyder, Wirtz, Skiles, and Spencer. Mountain Ridge needing a goal here as they trail it 2-0 in the early stages of quarter number 1. And we're going to get a slash going against the Higley Knights, and so Mountain Ridge will be in a man-up situation. So goals by Bates and Stokes.
Number 2, McKinley Brunk. 1-minute penalty for slashing.
And so Mountain Ridge with a golden opportunity to cut this lead in half. Cole Day, our lead official here tonight, stop play momentarily to get the scoreboard going. As I mentioned, Bates and Stokes both for Higley, accounting for the first 2 goals of the game, and the Knights lead it by a score of 2-0 here on our Arizona Lacrosse League Game of the Week. I'm Jeff Lowry with apmvideo.com. Go to our website at apmvideo.com if you would like us to come out and put together a Game of the Week for your team or quality game film. Down into the pipe. Good look there, but a nice slide by the Knights defense led by the sophomore defensive starter, Zach Werner.
Shot.
That'll be considered a shot. Closest to the ball for Mountain Ridge, and they will have the possession as we are winding down the 1-minute slash penalty against Higley. 6-on-5 right here for Mountain Ridge, who comes in here undefeated at 4-0. They have had victories over Pinnacle, Notre Dame, and Cactus. And they've outscored their opponents this year by 30, and they're coming off an 11-2 victory over the South Point Lancers. Both teams are at full strength here. First quarter action. 5th minute of play here. Coming around X, looking for an outlet. Can they step in here? No. Right now, Higley showing some strong defense. Zach Werner, number 33, one of their high hopeful players for the next couple of years, including this year, as he's only a sophomore. Good tenacious defense that time by Higley's Lincoln Coleman. This has been a long possession for Mountain Ridge, and they haven't really gotten too many good shots, and not really a lot of shots considering they were a man up. Somebody's got to step in here, and there's a quick underhand shot. It ricocheted off somebody, and Mountain Ridge gets a big ground ball. So Seth Red coming up with a big ground ball. Mountain Ridge could use a point here. And they have been in possession of the ball a good 2.5, 3 minutes. And a takeaway by one of the young stars in the league, Bauer Fitch. So they'll bring it into the offensive half and looking to go up 3-0. The ball is out on the perimeter here, and now they'll swing it up top. 2-0 is our score with the Higley Knights leading the Mountain Ridge Mountain Lions on our Game of the Week here on APN Sports. Shar, who has scored 10 goals this year, he is 4th on the Higley Knights in scoring. And probably we won't start saying league leaders. Maybe we're going to put a few more games in there. The schedule's been very unbalanced.
Stay with him, defense!
Quick shot and an outstanding save that time by Cole Hauser. A good job by Mountain Ridge, but they have been held to nothing here in this first quarter and hoping to at least cut this lead in half before Higley gets out any further. Higley is playing some strong defense here. Higley has had wins over Pinnacle and really a Catalina Foothills team that's looks pretty good this year. Maybe not their record. Quick shot, one-timer off the pass, and a nice try there. Hard to read some of those letters out there, numbers. And it's going to turn it over. That was an outstanding play by the Mountain Ridge goalie, Cole Hauser. Nice check by Higley. And that was Tyler Bates who scored the game's first goal. But then Higley throws it away, and it'll go right back to the Mountain Ridge Mountain Lions as they trail it 2-0 here. First quarter action. Jeffrey Cole is coming out of the game. He is their leading scorer with 19. Tyler Bates now with 13. Gavin Wolf, the sophomore, with 12. And Lucas Schar with 10. Grady Stokes put in a goal to make it 2-0 back in the third minute of play. And Grady now has 8 points in his first 4+ games. This check from behind, that kind of forced that attackman to pass it away, and this one's on the ground. Ground ball
We have a push.
picked up there by Jay Skiles, but not before we have a push.
Go, Red!
No, that was just a procedural move, procedural foul. And a nice-looking shot out on the wing, and it was backed up by, well, no, it was knocked down by the goalie. And so Skiles will try to clear it. Cade Skiles, and all the way down on the other end, and it's going to be picked up by Mountain Ridge. So an excellent ground ball there.
Legal screen. Shot by number 83, Jeffrey Cole.
So Higley will restart it here, the Knights. Of course, we missed Frankie Armenta. He was unable to coach this team this year due to some personal problems, and so hopefully we'll see him back on an Arizona high school lacrosse field sometime in the near future. Of course, this Higley Knights team was state champs back in 2016. Of course, they were known as the Gilbert Tigers then. Overtime victory over two-time champion Desert Vista. Seth Gummel, who played an integral part in that victory, Higley beating Desert Vista on their home turf 9-8 about 10 days ago. And it was the first time they had beaten Desert Vista since they beat them in the championship all the way back in 2016. So Mountain Ridge, nice clear, and this might be their best opportunity to score, and that was a pretty good defensive play right there, and a nice check on Drew Gain. So the junior coming up with a big defensive play. In fact, I think that could have saved a goal. That was a breakaway clear by the Mountain Ridge Mountain Lions. And after the stop in play, they will restart it. Mountain Ridge undefeated. Third-ranked team in the country. Well, in the state of Arizona at least. Higley comes in 6th in our Power 7. And you've got some really good matchups this week in the Arizona Lacrosse League. We felt like this has to be one of the best. And then April 1st, Desert Vista at Pecos Field will be playing host to the Boulder Creek Jaguars. So you got 3 versus 6 here with Mountain Ridge 3, Higley 6, Desert Vista 7 hosting number 2, Boulder Creek. Higley with tremendous defense here. McKinley Brunk gets over there on the slide, disrupts the shot, and Mountain Ridge continues to be scoreless here in the first quarter of play. Here's left-handed. He had the hands clear. Up top, Schreier, and he will be turned away by the Knights' Cade Skiles, the junior goalie. This is Liam Reed, and he leaves it a little wide to the right, or to the left of the goalie, or to his right. And it's still 2-0 in favor of the Higley Knights. Higley got scores from Bates and Stokes within the first 3 minutes of play, and they lead at 2-0. Since then, it's been scoreless lacrosse. And getting the hands free there, but there was a decent slide. The shot sails over the crossbar, but Cole Day is going to... This might be an unnecessary roughness call. And that's going to go against the Higley Knights. And Bauer Fitch will sit. And this will be a 1-minute infraction against the Higley Knights. So this is their second penalty of the day. Both have been 1-minute infractions. And let's see if Mountain Ridge here in the final moments of quarter number 1 can take a stab at that 2-0 Higley lead.
1 minute.
Grant Rosinski turned away by Cade Skiles. Well, Grant Rosinski with 14 points coming in. Of course, Liam Reed having a monster year, 28 points for Mountain Ridge. 15 assists, 13 goals. And those are your 2 top guys, Grant Rosinski and Liam Reed. Here's Jeffrey Cole, and he's the top scorer for his Higley Knights. 30 seconds left to go. 2-0, Higley Knights lead it. As they come in here with a record of 3 wins and 2 losses, they have beaten Pinnacle, Catalina Foothills, and Desert Vista with losses to Boulder Creek and Arcadia. And that's the end of quarter number 1. This is the Arizona Lacrosse League on APN Sports. Jeff Lowry back here, Gilbert, Arizona, and Higley High School. A 2-0 lead for the home team, the Higley Knights, who come out here in the light tops and the dark gray pants. Higley coming in with a record of 3-2. Mountain Ridge undefeated at 4-0. We welcome you back to our 2021 Arizona Lacrosse League Game of the Week. And Cam Resch will win yet another face-off. Cam coming in, he is 3rd in the state in ground balls, and he is 4th in face-off wins. Number 1 is Chance Crafton. Here's a shot, and the left-handed shot is going to be deflected. That's a save for the Mountain Ridge goalie. An outstanding job by Cole Hauser. We got a flag down on the far side of the field. And this will go against Higley as Cole Day makes the call. Here's the ball. And we got an interference call, so that's going to give Mountain Ridge a chance to get automatically into their own offensive half, and that'll be a 30-second infraction. So man up for Mountain Ridge, who is yet to score. One of the highest scoring teams in the state of Arizona. Of course, we talk about leading scorers. Cole Rassus may be the best offensive player in the state. He leads the state in points, as this one's thrown away, and that's going to give it back to Higley. They were closest to the out-of-bounds line when that shot went out of play. And actually, that was a pass. So Jeffrey Cole, number 83 for Higley and White. They want to start the clock here. That's the quick stop in play as Cade Skiles brings it up, and it's going to be knocked away. And now a loose ball on the ground, and a outstanding ground ball by Gavin Wolf. He comes in here with 12 ground balls. He's among the leaders on his team as they lead it by a score of 2-0. Higley in possession, and they are still a man down. Jeffrey Cole coming in, third in goals. Here's the dodge, and that's outside the goal, a ground ball goal. And it'll remain 2-0 in favor of the Higley Knights. The number 1 assist man in the state is Liam Reed. He comes in with 15. He has 28 points altogether. He's second in points. Jeffrey Cole of Higley, of course I'm talking about Reed of Mt.Ridge, and then Jeffrey Cole is 10th in the state in total points this year. Face-off wins, Chance Crafton of Brophy, and then Resch is 4th. Keegan Cox of Mt.Ridge is 9th. And we mentioned the ground ball leader this year is Drew Klingman of Oro Valley. And number 3 on that list is the outstanding face-off specialist, Cam Resch, the senior, number 10 for Higley, who leads it 2-0 here. Early stages of quarter number 2. Jeff Lowry with you, APN Sports. And our website is apnvideo.com. And you can find the Arizona Boys Lax Live tab at our website under the Sports tab to watch all of the Arizona Lacrosse League. And we also have the AZGLA games this year. Here's a takeaway. Well, the offensive player slipped that time, and that was an easy takeaway and a nice clear that time by Higley. So they'll settle in with Jeffrey Cole, 10th leading scorer this year, and maybe a Grady Stokes trying to do a wraparound shot, and it didn't go. And now they try to work it to X, and it's intercepted by Cole Hauser. So an outstanding play by Cole Hauser, the goalie for this Mt.Ridge team, and a lot of pushing and shoving and going on over there on the far side. Both teams at full strength. 2-0 Higley. They scored early in the game, early in the first quarter, Bates and Stokes, respectively. Currently, Higley has won 3 of the 4 face-off matchups, the draws. Tyler Bates, the senior leader out there, working around to Jay Skiles, the freshman, who has scored 3 points coming into this game for the Higley Knights. It was led by their first-year head coach, Don Ross, assisted by Nate Snyder, Adam Wirtz, Coach Skiles, Coach Spencer. And Derek Baylor is the head coach, his undefeated Mt.Ridge Lions. They were 10-3 going back to the last full season of play in the Arizona Lacrosse League. That was 2019. They were 10-3, while Higley went 9-4. Right now, it's Higley on top on their home turf. Lucas will give it up on the angle to the freshman Skiles. Flag is down. Tyler Bates, 12 points, 6 goals, 6 assists. He usually looks to pass first, as he does there, and a stop in play.
Flag down on the play.
And we're going to get, I believe that's a push. That actually might be unnecessary roughness. So as play resumes, Higley is a man up, and a big left-handed shot, and that one deflected off the cross of Mt.Ridge Cole Hauser. This is Jeffrey Cole, having a big-time season this year for Higley. Gets a support pass back, and now they work it to the wing. Higley leads it 2-0. 44 is Rex Hogel, the senior. This one's going to go out of play, and Mt.Ridge will have the possession. So that was not a pretty possession that time, especially in a man-up situation for the Higley Knights. And now Mountain Ridge looks to clear. Nice job by Matthew Andolino, who came in here 8th in ground balls this year and number 1 on his team. Now it gets into the cross of Liam Reed. This is their top scorer, and they got to get him going in this game. Mountain Ridge, as we're about the 5th minute of play here of the second quarter, and they still have not scored. Good slide by Tyler Bates. That's the senior leadership that he brings to the field. Mountain Ridge trying to get their first point of the game. Liam Reed, unselfish season, 2nd in points, and a big right-handed shot by Spratford. And Mountain Ridge just have not had that many shots on goal. 5 or 6, not keeping those stats up here, but is McKinley. Brunk, good pass, great vision. And they're on the board for the first time. So that's Liam Reed find Grant Rosensky. Grant has his 15th point. He is among the top 20 in scoring this year. So Grant Rosensky on the 16th assist of the year by Reed, and they've cut the lead in half at 2-1. Our 5th face-off coming up here. And it's Cam Resch again. You can see why. I mean, Keegan Cox is really an outstanding face-off man himself. But Cam Resch, I don't know if there's anybody better. I mean, Brophy, Chance Crafton. I would put. I don't know. I need to see him again. Now, I've seen him twice. I'd like to see these two when they match up. That's going to be interesting because Chance is really, really good. And he's a big guy. It's not like he's 6'4" or anything, but he's a big guy, and I think that helps his cause. So Mountain Ridge will have the possession with a chance to equalize. And this will be the first time they've had a chance since it was 1-0, and they had a wide open man right at the doorstep and couldn't get the pass over over the pipes, I should say. And now a good check back there. That's going to be that's a push, but probably should have been a penalty right there. Officials want to keep the game going, and a lot of times you'll have a push with possession, and they just let it go. Spratford starting to dodge. I'll tell you, this field, especially right there in that area, as it's picked up by Lincoln Coleman, and Coleman's going to clear it for the Higley Knights, who lead at 2-1 here in the second quarter. Quickly into the offensive half and broken up. A great defensive play by Mountain Ridge. And they'll chuck it all the way down into the Mountain Ridge offensive half, and who's got it? It looks like Higley. And let's see if the freshman Skiles can get a good clear right now. High pass, out of play. It'll be Mountain Ridge's ball. We're halfway through quarter number 2. Mountain Ridge just not have had too many opportunities, not too many shots. 6 shots in all on goal in this game. That one, a little trail check. And we're going to get a timeout, Mountain Ridge.
Timeout, Mountain Lions.
Good job by Abera getting his own drop ball after the check by the Higley Knights. All right, to restart it, the leading scorer for the Mountain Ridge Mountain Lions, Liam Reed. Good chance this guy could be all-state and an all-star at the end of the season. He'll be picked up defensively by Bauer Fitch. Reed works it out of X. And with so many of the outstanding assist guys, they always, of course, Liam has scored a lot this year, but he's had more assists than goals, and he will tend to look to pass before he will take the shot. That might have gotten a little pipe city, and it's going to be corralled by Kay Skiles. It was a good play by Kyle nonetheless. So a 2-1 lead here as the Mountain Ridge Mountain Lions trying to extend their perfect season to 5-0 with a win, but they're going to have to start gearing it up from the offensive half of the field. You got to give a lot of credit to the Knights defense. They have done a great job on the slide. They seem like they have been a step faster than the Mountain Lions tonight. And now they're looking for a score. And what a knockdown that time, Cole Hauser. A tremendous play on the left-handed shot. Yeah, it was Bauer. Was that Bauer Fitch? No, that might have been Jeffrey Cole that took that shot. Well, an errant pass, but a nice pickup there. Good ride so far for Higley. And they have been very aggressive defensively here tonight, and that forces a bad pass, and it goes all the way down to the other end of the field. Well, that errant pass went all the way down to the end line in the defensive half for Higley. Good clear by Drew. He's one of the seniors leaders on this team. Gavin Wolf, the sophomore, back up to Drew. Drew Gins. And now you're looking at Lucas Schar. Lucas, dominant left hand. Hands off to the freshman. And now back to Drew. 2-1. We got a nice pitcher's duel going on here between the Mountain Ridge Mountain Lions, undefeated at 4-0, and the Higley Knights, 3-2. So we've got another timeout. And this one will be called by the Higley Knights. Jeff Lowry with you, APM Video Sports, getting a look at the bench. Derek Baylor, assisted by Dave Strebel, Luke Driscoll. Coach Cook is the JV coach over there. They have 11 seniors, Mountain Ridge does this year. All the attack, upper class seniors. Including Grant Rosinski. Oh, big time shot there by Higley, and they're up now 3-1.
Goal number 19, Seth Gummel.
That is Seth Gummel, the senior, his 5th of the year. He has 5 goals, 5 assists for 10 points. And that makes it a 3-1 game. So Higley has scored 3 of the first 4. Gummel, I thought, had an outstanding game against Desert Vista 2 games ago for Higley when they defeated the Thunder on their home turf at Desert Vista High School, 9-8. Cam Resch has won all the face-offs but one. Good clear, and the stick from behind, but a stop in play, and it's going to be Mountain Ridge's ball. Excellent defense. Now the ride by Higley, and we've seen them ride every single time when Mountain Ridge gets the possession and tries to bring it up out of their own half. So Higley with a 3-1 lead. Couple of minutes left to go here in this first half. Higley 3, trying to improve a 3-2 record coming in. They're coming off a very disappointing loss at the hands of Arcadia, 6-5. And remember, Higley beat Desert Vista, and Desert Vista beat Arcadia 12-2. So you know, you're a little miffed what happened, but apparently Arcadia really slowed the game down. They shortened the game, and it worked. It took Higley right out of their game offensively. And you got to give a lot of credit to the Arcadia team. I'm sure it wasn't the most exciting game to watch as Keegan Cox trying to unload. Can Mountain Ridge draw to within 1 as we wind down the first half here. And a nice pickup there by Zach Werner, the sophomore, as he heaves it downfield, and it is halftime here in Higley. With the score, the home team, the Knights 3, the visitors, Mountain Ridge 1.
That's the end of the first half.
Welcome back to Gilbert Higley High School. It's 3-1 in favor of the Knights of Higley High School. over the Mountain Ridge Mountain Lions, and we had a very good defensive first half. I thought Higley had tremendous speed. They were great on the slide. And one thing Higley definitely dominated was face-off X to the tune of 5 wins, 1 loss. And they win the first to start the second half. So 3-1 is our score, and the first shot is going to be deflected all the way out. It looked like it got a little Pipe City that time. Higley got out to a 2-0 first quarter lead, scores by Bates and Stokes. Bates and Stokes, easy for me to say. And then Reed found Rosinski for Mountain Ridge to cut it to 2-1. That was well into that second quarter of play. But then Seth Gummel, the senior, one of the top seniors on this team, and a quick shot. And this time, Tyler Bates has it taken away from behind on some outstanding defense. Matthew Andolino, who is the 8th best in ground balls this year, and he wears number 27 for Mountain Ridge, who trail it 3-1 here in quarter number 3. I thought maybe I saw a flag down over there. They're going to go ahead and play through, and there is no flag on the play. That was my mistake. I was talking about Seth Gummel's goal later in that second quarter that made it a 3-1 advantage for Higley, and that's where we stand right now. We got a nice little pitcher's duel. And the quick shot, and both goalies have done such a sensational job here tonight. Cole Hauser of Mountain Ridge, and of course Cade Skiles for the Higley Knights, who lead it by a score of 3-1. The reset belongs to Gavin Wolf, who I think is going to be, it might be his senior year because Cole Rassus still has another year. But I think Gavin Wolf has a chance to be a top 3 and maybe even a scoring champion, whether he leads the league in goals or leads the league in points. I think he's got a chance to win one, and there's a nice-looking left-handed shot. And that's Gavin Wolf. How about that? Right on cue. Thank you, Mr. Wolf, making me look good. That's his first point of the night, and Higley now leading it by a score of 4-1. Gavin Wolf with his 13th point on the strength of 9 goals this year. Moves him into a tie for 13th in goals this year, and he actually ties Liam Reed of Mountain Ridge with 13 goals. Check that. He has 9 goals. I'm sorry. Reed has 13. But that puts Gavin Wolf with 13 points and another face-off win for the Higley Knights. But he's up there. And he is now, what it does for Gavin Wolf, as you see another tremendous save by Hauser and a nice clear. And let's see if Mountain Ridge, who really needs to get a point right now. Down by 3. Of course, this is the biggest lead of the game for Higley. But Gavin Wolf now is second on his team in goals and points this year. He came in with about a .400 batting average, shots on goal. And about a 60% shooting percentage for Jeffrey Cole coming into the game. So Wolf scores a few minutes into this second half and making a 3-point lead for the Higley Knights. Jeff Lowry from APNvideo.com. So glad to have you with us on just a perfect night for Arizona High School lacrosse. So temperatures today getting a little warm, and another takeaway. Nope, he knocked it down though. That's Cade Skiles. Good job by Cade Skiles. In goal for Higley. Nearly pitching a shutout here. And they've held this high octane offense. This is going to be Higley's ball, and what a job by Bauer Fitch, number 23 on the far side. This young man, he can do it all. And look at the clear from the long stick defender. He also plays, I think he does play a little midfield, and he's got 21 ground balls, number 23 for Higley and White. And that's 9th in the conference. You're watching the Arizona Lacrosse League Game of the Week on apmvideo.com. We're so glad you could join us. A beautiful Higley High School facility, one of the nicest in the Arizona Lacrosse League. Trying to get hands clear, Lucas Schar. And Cole misplays it in the pipe. And it was a good check from Dylan Knapp from behind. This is a big possession. I think Mountain Ridge has to get something here in the next minute. And now you're going to get a cross check here going against Higley. This is going to be a 1-minute infraction, and it's going to put Mountain Ridge in a man-up situation. Now, will they call this a push, or will this be a cross check?
Fouls on Knights. Number 2, McKinley Brunk.
It's a technical foul, so that's a push. So man up for the Mountain Ridge Mountain Lions, led by Derek Baylor, the head coach. They were 10-3 in the last full Arizona Lacrosse League season of 2019. Had an outstanding season. And right now, trailing the Higley Knights, the host team, 4-1, but they are in a man-up situation. 6-on-5. Third quarter action, and here's the shot, and that's wide to the left. So Liam Reed was trying to get his first goal of the contest. Number 21 for Mountain Ridge is the second leading scorer in the state. Another denial by Cade Skiles. And Higley gets possession as we are back to full strength here in this third quarter. Got about a little less than 8 minutes left to play here, and here comes the Knights. Jeffrey Cole. He's looking for his first point of the night, let alone first goal scored. And he came in the leading scorer for the Higley Knights with 19 points on the strength of 18 goals. Bates, Stokes, and Gummel and Wolf have scored for the Knights. Big possession here. And it looked like the Lions were going to corral that on the far side, but then Jay Skiles will get it. Tyler Bates, and he's a little wide as he pulls the trigger way out top. And now Grady Stokes will reset it, the sophomore, coming in with now 8 points on the strength of 4 goals, 4 assists. And a takeaway by the Ridge defense, but then an ill-advised pass. Threw that one into a couple of white Higley uniform. Nice ground ball at midfield by Mountain Ridge. So a good job there by Matthew Andolino, as we mentioned, coming in 8th in the state in ground balls for the Mountain Ridge Mountain Lions. We're in the third quarter. And we got about 5:05 on the clock. 4-1 Higley. Trying to go to 4-2 and break the Mountain Ridge Mountain Lion perfect season. And Higley's defense, they held Arcadia to just 6 points. Of course, that was a slow-down game. They limited Desert Vista to 8 points, and they have limited this outstanding Mountain Ridge team up until now. They get the score, and that one belongs to Liam Reed. And that'll make it a 4-2 ball game. So an outstanding job by Reed. Got the hands clear on the left-handed dodge and rattled the back of the cage with it. And that cuts the lead in half. 7 of the 8 face-offs have been controlled by Higley, in a large part due to number 10, Cam Resch. And Resch almost came up with a ground ball, 50-50 ball. And who wants this possession? The hustle play. Zach Werner, the sophomore, and, right now, you got Mountain Ridge. They finally win a face-off possession, a possession off face-off, I should say. They just scored to cut the lead to 4-2. And right now, I mean, if you're Derek Baylor, they call him the Baller, but his name is Baylor. I mean, you got to score here. I mean, now you're going to have some momentum. You're going to be down 1. And your team has been literally shut out through most of this game from an offensive standpoint. And this pass is going to go wide of the intended target off the cradle of Liam Reed. Higley will take over with 4:02 left to go here in quarter number 3. The Arizona Lacrosse League is brought to you by apmvideo.com for quality game film. Give us a call, 623-936-5585, or better yet, go to our website, APN, Apple Paul Nancy, video.com. Jeff Lowry on the call of the game here. We also miss one of the top coaches in the state, Frankie Armenta, longtime coach of the Gilbert Tigers / now Higley Knights. And we hope to see Frankie back out on a lacrosse field sometime in the near future. Here's a left-handed dodge all the way in, right down the pipe for Seth Gummel, and it's 5-2 Higley Knights. That was an impressive dodge. Just a straight left-handed face dodge, and he took it to the house. For Seth, his second goal of the day. He has 2 points. And just like that, it is back to a 3-point game-high lead for the Higley Knights as they lead it by a score of 5-2. Mountain Ridge won the last face-off possession. They got a chance to do it here. And Cam Resch with the push in the back, and they've gotten possession on the last 2 face-offs. Andolino battling out there, and now here are the Mountain Lions, undefeated coming in. Good. Stick skills right there by Zach Werner, who's played an outstanding game. Number 33 for the Higley Knights. Now Ridge needs to counter that last goal by Higley. You do not want to go into the fourth quarter down anymore. This Higley defense, I have to say, I've been really impressed with this defense, and you get the feeling that if Higley can score enough points, they could be a Final Four team. I think their defense, I think you have to put their defense up there amongst the best. Now, are they Brophy good? I'm not going to go that far, because in all honesty, I mean, I think there's a big difference between, as this is going to be turned back over to Higley, and I'm not playing favorites, or no way. But right now, after seeing 2 games, I think Brophy, there is definitely a gap between 2 and 1. And we still have Boulder Creek at number 2. We've got Higley, or check that, Mountain Ridge, undefeated. We have them ranked 3rd. But they are not playing like a 3rd-ranked team right now. Of course, there's still a lot of lacrosse left in this one. We got a couple of minutes left to go here in the 3rd quarter and the entire 4th. And it's still only a 3-goal game here. Grady Stokes scored the 2nd goal of the game in the 4th minute back in the 1st. That seems like a long time ago. Lincoln Coleman. And the quick shot and the blast, left hand, Tyler Bates
Nice
from
goal
Lincoln
by
Coleman.
number 3, Ty Bates.
And
Number
the score
13,
now
Lincoln
goes to
Coleman
a
with the assist.
6-2 advantage Higley. And Higley now owns their largest lead of the game.
False start.
So we'll get a false start, and all of a sudden the Mt.Ridge Mountain Lions have figured some things out from Face-Off X. They have won the last 3, but they have lost 7 of 11. Jaden Ibarra.
1 minute.
And you hear the public address announcer saying 1 minute left to go. Seth Reed, they'll work it around to X. This is where Liam Reed can really be dangerous. And like we said, he is generally look pass first. He does, and it pays off. So Liam Reed on the assist to teammate Levi Spradford, his 5th point of the year, his 2nd goal. And for Liam Reed, his 16th, make that
Number
his
11,
17th
Levi
assist. And that is the 2nd here tonight.
Correction, number 15, Grant.
And that will cut the deficit to 6-3. As we wind down quarter number 3 here. And you're watching the Arizona Lacrosse League Game of the Week on apmvideo.com. Jeff Lowry on the call. Cam Resch. And they get the easy win. 8 of 12 face-off possessions. Right down the middle, and quite possibly it's Cole who retrieves that loose ball, and the one-timer has put Higley up 7-3. No assists on the play. And now a 7-3 ball game. We've got, again, Higley up by 4, and that ties their largest lead of the game. They were up 6-2, and now 7-3. Another face-off win. And there is Bauer Fitch. Bauer getting the job done. Final moments of this exciting third quarter. It's 7-3 in favor of the Higley Knights. This might be another one. No, it was broken up over there on the far side. Good defense. I want to say that was Kyle Bookout. And that will conclude as the shot at the buzzer, no good by the freshman Josh Cole. We head to the 4th. This is the Arizona Lacrosse League Game of the Week. Higley 7, Mt.Ridge 3. Well, there was a penalty at the end of the third period, and so Mt.Ridge will start period number 4, a man up. Jeff Lowry back at Higley High School. We're in Gilbert, Arizona. 7-3 Higley after the two teams had played to a 3-1 halftime score. And they picked up the scoring a little bit, but it was Higley that came out on top 4-2 in winning that third quarter. And more solid defense. Zach Werner, a takeaway. He gets the nugget, and he's going to bring it all the way down. He has it pried loose by Liam Reed, but Higley retains the possession thanks to the ground ball by Gavin Wolf, who comes in with 12 ground balls and a couple more here on their 6th game of the season on this March 30th, 2021. Good to be back, and good to be back watching the great game of lacrosse on the Arizona Lacrosse League Game of the Week. Look at that. Gavin Wolf finds Sovereign. And just like that, it is 8-3 in favor of the Higley Knights.
Knights goal by number 1, Josh Sovereign.
So Sovereign scores, and he is all happy.
Assist by number 7, Gavin Wolf.
That is Gavin's first assist of the day. He also has a goal to his credit. And we'd like to remind you to stay with us at the conclusion of this game for our APN Sports Big Play of the Day. That might have been it right there. That was an outstanding assist. And Mt.Ridge has found an answer on face-off X, and they come down. That was a nice play coming out of X for Liam Reed.
It's a shot, and the Lions will retain the ball.
Reed has 1 goal, 1 assist here. If Mt.Ridge is going to have success, they have to get more production out of that guy, number 21. Hands clear, and that's another denial.
Lions shot.
Cade Skiles will be credited with the save. And now McKinley Brunk will get the assignment on Reed on the far side of the field. Josh Kale, one of the leaders, number 24 for Mt.Ridge. He's been a little quiet here tonight. If you're a Mountain Lions fan, you'd like to see maybe a Reed to Josh Kale point. As it's 8-3 Higley, and they have controlled this entire game. They got off to a 2-0 lead in the first, led 2-0 after 1 quarter, 3-1 at halftime, 7-3 after 3 quarters of play, and they've added another one here at the beginning of the 4th period, and they lead it by a score of 8-3. Good, strong Higley defense. Great job by Bauer Finch. Zach Werner, number 33. He's had a big day. Nicholas Martin, 62, the sophomore. Number 2, McKinley Brunk. We got the start here today. And what more can you say about the goalie, Cade Skiles? I mean, he's been a tough nut to crack here. And Higley now man-to-man. Nicholas Martin working it out of X defensively. And now Liam Reed trying to get hands clear. Picks up the slide. Nobody was home. No one to dish it to. Should have been somebody open, and Reed will pull the trigger, and it is going to be corralled nicely. Cade Skiles with a save, and he looks to clear it for Higley, and they're in no hurry. And he flings that one all the way down. They can't keep it in play. Mt.Ridge will have to go the length of the field to get it back towards the Higley goal.
Pass out of bounds.
8-3, the Higley Knights lead it here on our Arizona Lacrosse League Game of the Week. That's an outstanding clear. I tell you right now, if Mt.Ridge doesn't score in the next couple of possessions, I don't think they got much of a chance to get back into this game. They've got to cut into that lead right here and right now. And they know it. They don't have to have me tell them that. But I think right now they need to string at least a couple of goals together and maybe even go on at least a 3-0 run, I think, to even put a psychological dent into this Higley team. But I think right now Higley looks very confident defensively, and they should be. They've given up only 3 goals in now over 3 quarters. Nice switch by the Higley defense. Lincoln Coleman, who had an assist earlier, later in that 3rd quarter. We're in the 4th quarter right now, and Higley's going to get it. Here's Bauer Fitch. 21 ground balls coming in, and a beautiful pass up ahead, and the shot and the score. Josh Cole, the freshman, but I think they're going to take this one away.
Nice goal by number 11, Josh Cole.
I think they're going to take this one away. I think we had too many men on the field for Higley.
Number 23, Bauer Fitch.
Bauer Fitch would have not gotten an assist, but deserved one after that tremendous pass.
Goal called off. Too many men on the field for the Knights.
Well, there's Don Ross. Well, he got his explanation. And so Mountain Ridge right here, right now, I'm going to give you the old Elvis Presley line. It's now or never, and they need the score. They are trailing 8-3 here, and they've got a golden opportunity, and Cade Skiles does it again. Holy moly, what a tremendous save by the junior goalkeeper for the Higley Knights. I'll tell you, if it isn't the defense, the midfield defense, the poles, it has been Cade Skiles who might be our player of the game in this one. Mountain Ridge is going to get another possession here, and let's see if they can come up with a score. Nice clear. Right down the middle. They got an opportunity, and it paid off.
Lions
So Reed to Kale. I was just saying that's exactly what they needed. And that makes it an 8-4 game here in the fourth quarter. So the fast break caught the Higley defense off guard. And now it is 8-4. And like I said earlier, a couple of minutes ago, I think if Mountain Ridge is going to get back in it, I think they need to get another one here. About 8 minutes on the clock here. Here's the pass out front. Another face-off win, which has been pretty much dominated here by the Higley Knights. Gaining possession off face-off. Grady Stokes. So this is the second time we've had Higley on our game of the week. Stokes trying to work out of X. Ball loose on the wing. Get it over to Cole. And now back up top to Drew Gens. Well, Higley right now taking a page out of the Arcadia Titans playbook and slowing things down. Gavin Wolf, he dives. He got it. He got it. What a spectacular play by Gavin Wolf. And Higley back on top by 5 at 9-4. So for Gavin Wolf, that is his second goal of the night. He has 1 assist for 3 points. And the Higley Knights lead the Mountain Lions of Mountain Ridge 9-4. What a spectacular diving goal by the sophomore Gavin Wolf, who has 14 points on the year. Face-off win. Top shelf. Gavin Wolf was trying to make it 2 in a row, and now Mountain Ridge with a chance to clear without a Higley defensive ride. Reed over to, well, Reed's got it, and he'll work it to X. McKinley Brunk, good defense. Ball comes loose. Out front, and the ground ball belongs to the Higley Knights as they clear it. Excellent job, good defense. 18 is Jay Skiles, the freshman. He'll come off the field. Give it over to Tyler Bates. Bates scored the game's first goal. He picked up his second to give his team a 6-2 lead in the third. And now Gavin Wolf, who made a diving play at the crease. He goes in strong. And that one might have been broken up out front. And an outstanding ground ball there. .50-50 ball, and Higley, nope, give it to Mountain Ridge.
Knights stepped out of bounds.
So Dylan Knapp battling. Cole Hauser in trouble and gets out of it, and now flings it downfield. And a great catch there by Jade Nabera. Fast break, lacrosse. Of course, they call it the fastest game on 2 feet. Here is their top scorer, Liam Reed. who's been really quiet here tonight considering he came in with 28 points in 4 games, averaging 7 points a game.
Lions shot.
So a good job by Mountain Ridge backing up the shot. About less than 5 minutes left to play here in regulation time. 9-4, Higley on top. Here's the shot on goal. And another save by Skiles. So a tremendous job by the Higley goaltender, McKinley Brunk. And you really gotta like first-year head coach Don Ross and his Higley Knights, because they've got this lead. Actually, I misread the scoreboard. We're inside of 3 minutes. Stay with us at the conclusion of this game for our big play of the day. And another one, the 10th score. Tyler Bates. And he's got the hat trick here tonight.
By number 3, Ty Bates, with the assist from number 0.
And give some credit to the sophomore, Grady Stokes. He's got a couple of points here tonight. He has 9 points on the season. He has 4 goals, 5 assists. And this one is probably, as Al McCoy, the longtime voice of the Phoenix Suns, would say, in the deep freeze. So that makes it a 10-4 lead for the Knights. And again, stay with us. We'll have post-game interviews with some of the Knights. There's another face-off win. They've won about 78% of those tonight. Here's a big left hand, and the turn away. Ball comes loose. The shot was taken by Jeffrey Cole. Restart Gavin Wolf, and the Higley Knights are going to go to 4-2. And, well, why not? Bauer Fitch, long pole, took a shot at goal. I think Cole Hauser's had a nice game here tonight in goal for the Mountain Ridge Lions, but I think the key here tonight was the Higley defense. I mean, you hold Mountain Ridge right now 4 points, 4 goals. I think that is pretty impressive. And this Higley Knights defense, definitely setting the tone of this game. Good move there. Split dodge, and Cole finds a teammate, and it's good. Grady Stokes from Jeffrey Cole.
Stokes, flag on the play.
And that makes it 11-4 in favor of the Higley Knights. That was an impressive pass by Jeffrey Cole. And, of course, there's a penalty, unsportsmanlike conduct, or probably unnecessary roughness. Let's see if he goes to the bill here. Well, we're going to call that a cross-check. So a cross-check, 1 minute.
After the goal, cross-check by number 1, 1 minute.
That means, does that mean that Cole Hauser is sitting for the rest of the game? Let's see what Higley does here. They're a man-up situation, but this one is in the deep freeze. 11-4 in favor of the Higley Knights. Yeah, we got a new goalie in there. A little trouble making out the number. Brandon Rothfeld. It looks like Brandon Rothfeld is the new goalie. And here is the 12th point, unassisted. The junior, his second point.
Number 7, Gavin Wolf with the assist.
Well, they're going to give it an assist to Gavin Wolf. So Gavin ends up having a pretty nice evening here. He has 4 points, and it's 12-4 Higley. As we wind down our Arizona Lacrosse League Game of the Week here on APN Sports. Final moments of this one.
Penalty is released.
Cam Resch.
1 minute.
Did he do it again with 1 minute left to play? They have won about 80% of the face-offs here. And they set the tone early. Higley Knights won 7 of the first 8 face-offs. Nice idea, but this one's going to get away all the way up to midfield. Down to 30 seconds left to play in this one. Ground ball by one of the ground ball machines, Bauer Fitch. Higley's trying to add on to their 12-4 lead here. And this one's going to go out of play, I would assume. Nope, they keep it in. And then Grady Stokes takes a big licking from Cole Hauser, who is back in the ball game. And Hauser will fling it all the way down the length of the field. Mountain Ridge. And that is it. The ball game is over, and the Higley Knights have done it with an impressive second half, a great defensive showing. 12-4 is our final score, and we'll send it downstairs momentarily on the Arizona Play-by-Play Network. Final score, Higley 12, Mountain Ridge 4. This is a guy that looks past more often than he does taking it to the goal. And now he starts his dodge. He's got a quick pass. He had a man on the crease. A late flag coming in, but that is Grady Stokes from Jeffrey Cole. And the
Goal by number 0, Grady.
I'm Seth Gummel, 12th grade. I play everywhere.
Cade Skiles, I'm a junior and goalie.
Bauer Fitch, I'm a sophomore, and I play LSM.
Excellent. Okay.
Well, gentlemen, congratulations on the 12-4 win over Mountain Ridge. What was working tonight? I thought it was the defense, but what do you think?
I think the chemistry on the offense is really what made this game today. Last couple games, it's been, the offense hasn't been able to do awesome, but this game they really turned it around and really made a lot of plays and got a lot of goals. It was awesome.
How optimistic are you for this year?
Oh, we're winning it all. Just like I'm not worried. They should be worried.
Well, you got to be confident if you're going to win a championship. Who do you think had the biggest game out here tonight?
I had a pretty good game, but I think Seth here had an awesome game. He made a lot of plays, made a lot of stuff work for our team. All around good game from everyone.
Guys, I want you to talk about this coaching staff, Don Ross, his first year. Tell us a little bit about him.
I think we had a great game plan going in the game. I think that on defense we shut them down. It was 12-4. And I think we had a great game plan going in for the defense that really locked up their players, really isolated their guys that were weaker than the rest, and we pounced on it.
Okay, before we go, any shout-outs to any of your teammates from their performance tonight?
Cam did great today on face-off. I mean, he killed it. I know Josh, he killed it. Freshman, same with Jay. Freshman coming in strong.
Yeah, freshman.
I don't know. Y'all got anything?
Shout out to Coach Frankie. This game was for him.